So this is your Bitcoin and crypto news for 1/18/2018. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my crypto portfolio. I'll update it in front of you guys live, and then I'll go through some charts today. Tomorrow I'm going over Litecoin. For you guys, part of the Coin Mastery class, Jonathan has a coin he's going over today, which is really exciting. I've been watching everybody's Coin Mastery class, and I think this is great education, which you cannot get anywhere else, where you learn a new coin every single day, except for Fridays. But we switched the days because I wanted to make sure everybody got talked off the ledge. Like, I literally had people like calling me, like freaking out and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is how cryptos work. If you can't, did I not email myself? Damn it. If you cannot handle the volatility, get out of the kitchen. So let me just go through the coin market cap real quick, and these are 24-hour moves. So as you see here, you know, we've had a nice little recovery. Look at Ripple. Ripple back up to 160 here. Bitcoin up 22%. Ethereum. You know, I've talked to you guys so many times about having buy levels out there, and you really got to have buy levels out there because cryptos are, I mean, I don't think there's gonna be that much carnage as there was yesterday, that many times this year. I think we're gonna go almost up in a straight line. But when you see this kind of sell-off, guys, you gotta have your shopping list out. Okay, you've gotta have what you wanna buy. I mean, you could have picked anything and you could have made 20% gains, okay? My buddy was calling me freaking out because he wanted to buy Ethereum, and he would have had 40% gains from the lows. And well, you got to have money in your account, and that actually is one thing I learned yesterday. I didn't have money in my account until Bitcoin was trading about 11,200. So I actually didn't do any buying yesterday. And you can just go here. I mean, everything's up 50%. And we'll go through my portfolio and see, you know, how much I, in theory, made. Even though like these are hodls, hold on for dear life. Basically strategy. I don't really get out of these positions. So here's my portfolio, guys. I'll show you it as it's going through and taking a while. It's not opening. I can open it here, but I can't open it here. Huh. So I try not to like look at this too much, but so let me remove this. Enable. Okay. Edit this. Okay, I can want to just remove this. Okay, so this is my position, guys. This is my whole portfolio. This is real money. This is all my own capital. And I'm just going to go in here and kind of update it and see. So the main thing you want to look at here is the total P&L here on the bottom. So before the carnage yesterday, I was up about 53,000. I have about $100,000 at risk. I want to put a lot more money at risk. Unfortunately, I didn't have money at hand yesterday to go after some of these cryptos. But let's just kind of go through here. I updated them throughout the day yesterday. I don't remember what time it was, so maybe my P&L. So remember, guys, right now, I was up 53,000, right? Here's 53,000. This is my profit in cryptos so far. And what I want to do is just kind of go here and update my portfolio and see what happens. So Vertcoin, 466. So I'll just go through here. It won't take more than 5 minutes. I think IOTA is 308. Remember 53,000 though, guys. Remember 53,000. 299. Golem. And I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I cannot give recommendations or advice. So when you see my portfolio, you can do whatever you want with it. But don't just buy stuff blind. 170. Remember 53,000, guys. Just remember 53,000. Neo, 154. 426. Nimic. This will help a lot because Nimic was up a lot. Not 506. Hush. My music's shut up. Maybe someone tap a 1079. Okay. Getting there, guys. We're almost done. Block Cat. Black Cat 392. XRB. So just remember 53,000 here. 1898. EMC2. 60 cents. I'm just going through coin market cap on another screen, just updating all these. XVG. And as a member of the trading room, guys, you will get my portfolio spreadsheet emailed to you. I might actually try to do it every day. That's one of the perks of joining the trading room. Agoras 237. That's gonna help. Boom. HSR 1174. This is 1174. This is 237. And let's go to BNB. Is my last one. Finance coin. 1526. Okay, so 53,000 was my P&L, and 68,000. So now I'm up 68,000 in cryptos. So I made, you know, and I don't think of it like this, that I made so much money overnight. I made $15,000 in the last 24 hours, and those are nothing I bought. Okay, so I didn't buy anything. This is just all my positions. This is how much I have at risk. If all cryptos go to zero, I have 114,000, which means I put in about 45,000. So I'd have 45,000. But the thing I'm actually mad about is I didn't have money in until yesterday. So I'm gonna save this, guys. I'll show you my portfolio spreadsheet every day. And remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, cannot give recommendations or advice. When you guys see that portfolio, all the disclaimers will be on there. So up about 15,000 overnight. And we're gonna look at some charts here, but one thing I wanna kind of talk about here is I'm mad that I didn't have any money in the exchanges because I would have put money to work yesterday. I don't think this is a one-day sell-off, so I'm not really looking to, you know, put money to work today. So this is my Coinbase account. I need to get a confirmation here, and let me just get this. So this is my Coinbase account, guys, and now I have money in here, but I didn't have money yesterday. So when we had that carnage of a huge sell-off, and it actually might be in GDAX, so let's go to GDAX, even though they're the same thing. And then we'll go through some charts here of what, you know, I might like here. I want to put my Buddha music on, so let me sign in here. So I think I have 8,000 here now in GDAX. That's just sitting here. So here's my GDAX, guys, and I'm really upset, okay? And this is a really interesting concept that you guys got to understand. It is basically like, okay, so in options, which some people don't understand, it's called a mark-to-mark, okay? What this means, if you buy something, let's say you buy something at $10, and let's say you buy 10 of them, okay? So that's $100. Let's say in theory, okay, that it goes to 8. Okay, so 8 times 10 is 80. You are down, they're called paper gains and losses of $20. Your account is actually gonna reflect that dollar amount, okay? Comma but, however, okay, it's not actually a winner or a loser until you sell it, okay? So yeah, did I make $15,000 overnight? In theory, yes, but I haven't sold anything. So I continue to hold a lot of these positions, and I think a lot of these positions are good, comma, but nothing is a winner or loser till it's closed. So you can see in my GDAX account, I wanted to put a lot of money to work. So yesterday, when Bitcoin was trading 9,800, okay, I was gonna buy the following: PIVX, H-Share, and I was gonna buy more Agoras. Okay, and the price point I could have got into these was about $1.80, like 960, and PIVX about 820. PIVX is now above 10, so PIVX is up about 25%. Okay, H-Share is up to about 1160, so that's about 20%, and Agoras is up 25%, even actually like 28%. The problem is, and you guys are going to learn this more as you start being more deeper dive into the cryptocurrency space. The problem is simple and easy, guys. I didn't have any money in my account, okay? This was not in here. The problem with trading cryptos is it takes 2 to 5 days to move money in your account. So one suggestion I'm gonna give you guys for the day is always have cash right here, guys, US dollars in one of your trading accounts. So if we get an individual crypto that sells off, you have money to put at work. Yesterday this was zero, okay? And I'm like, well, I have over $100,000 in cryptos, but I'm gonna have to sell something to get money to buy something else. So I don't wanna leave my money in Bitcoin because it moves too much, right? I'm not just gonna sit here on Bitcoin because in theory, I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna buy something when it sells off, right? I'm not gonna sit here with $8,000 in Bitcoin because if Bitcoin goes from 12,000 back to 9,000, I just lost $2,400. Leave this money in US dollars in your exchange, okay? I had a friend, a really good friend of me, very smart guy, owns a medical device company, and he was pissed because he's like, I couldn't get to cash. Like, I have cash in my bank account, but I can't get to the cryptocurrency space. I can't go in there right now and buy in Ethereum, okay? So just remember, yesterday's lesson was kind of talking you guys off the ledge, saying, hey, it's gonna happen, okay? I'm not going all in buying today. I wish I could have bought about another $15,000 worth, but I couldn't, okay? So what I'm telling you guys today, see this US dollar, have that cash in your account. Have that cash in your account, okay? And now, let's look at some charts here in TradingView. So Bitcoin gets back to under 10,000. I'll be buying some individual names, 8 share, something like that. So let's start with Bitcoin. And if you guys are new to candlestick formations, that's okay. So I want to put Ichimoku. Let me actually down here, I don't want to take volume, but I want to maybe just look at this volume strength index. So an RSI, relative strength index. Okay. So Bitcoin, this is a relative strength index usually shows between, 70 is really, really high for relative strength. 30 is overbought. But in the world of cryptos, we saw Bitcoin get above 90. I mean, that is insane before it took a dive. Even here, actually, it was not actually overbought. It's actually more overbought here than it was here. So if you look at Bitcoin here, if you pull up any cryptocurrency on the chart, okay, if you're looking to get long at today's levels, which I am not, okay, I'm looking for more downside pressure, and you see here this big tail on the bottom, okay, and Bitcoin yesterday got down to, let me get a low, of 92.22, okay. Any chart you look at, okay, you could buy anything you wanted now that we see some buying pressure with stops under yesterday's lows, okay? So if I was trading and I wanted to swing trade, any stop would be under the low of January 17th. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, I wanted to buy Bitcoin right here at 12,000. My stop loss would be under 92.22. And important levels always get taken out. 10,000 is just a psychological build level because it's a round number, right? So it took out 9,000 and then it reversed, okay? So when you continue to go to look at any of these charts, guys, anything you want to buy, you can rationalize buying anything with a stop under yesterday's low, okay? This is how stocks work too when stocks get crushed, okay? So if I wanted to buy Ethereum, my stop is already in place. Okay, if I want to buy Ethereum at 1098, and let's see, the low of the day yesterday was 757, guys. Okay, 757 is the low, so you could buy Ethereum with a stop under 757. Okay, but if you've been trading the way AK teaches you, with tranching on levels, you would have been buying down there, okay? I flagged that as a buy level around 820, okay? 820, 680, and then 420, which I never think it goes down. So instead of buying today, you could have bought yesterday on proprietary base support levels to the downside, okay? Ripple, same thing. Ripple, buy levels, you just look to see where we have consolidation. So actually you probably would have bought it up here at 198. You'd be buying more yesterday at around 120, and then you had more buy to buy at 70 cents. So when you see these are consolidation factors. Have I ever used the Satoshi Nakamoto Cloud Indicator? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. So these are the consolidation buy levels. So yeah, you would have probably bought some at 198, but you would have averaged in yesterday at 110. 190 plus 110 is about $3, so you'd be in on average about 150. Okay, so let's go to the coin market cap, and we got down to about 430 billion. So we go back in here, and yesterday's lows, let's go to 7 days. Okay, yesterday's low was about 417. So look at this, guys, and this is why cryptos are so much fun. Okay, 417 was the market cap yesterday. Okay, so 417 up to 600 from the lows. Okay, so if you bought anything, okay, 417, that's about 180 into 170, I'd call it about 40%. Okay, if you bought anything yesterday on the lows, you'd be up 40% overnight. Okay, so I'm not looking to buy anything yet. Okay, I think we're gonna get a little bit more of a sell-off. You know, I always have GDAX. I literally walk around my apartment and I have GDAX up, and I'm just staring at it. The one thing I want to look at too is I want to look at the. So I literally just have this up. I don't trade it. I'm not trading it right now, but I have it up. Another thing I want to look at here, guys, I have this thing I call the triple confirmation system, and it's available on Thinkorswim, and we're getting it onto TradingView. And I look at the 15-minute bar. Okay, so let's look at the futures of Bitcoin. So the XBT. So XBT, and I want to look at the 15-minute bar, and I want to use triple confirmation setup. So let me move this to the 30. And I've actually taken one trade this year and I've actually lost money, but that's okay. 2 hour. Okay, so we see here, this is the triple confirmation system. Probably should have taken that long. I have 2 indicators on here. I have a triple confirmation system, which actually shows me a short setup as a day trade right here. That was a short. And then I have this volume strength indicator. That was a buy, a buy, a buy, a buy, a buy. Wow, a buy and a buy again. So I'm probably gonna look for a short setup at some point. If I wanted to short Bitcoin futures here at 12,000, I mean, with a stop above 13, there's just too much volume, there's too much strength to the upside right now. And I want to look at the daily chart real quick. So the daily chart doesn't have a cloud. So we have 2 indicators, guys, that you can use for day trading futures. I have one of the few listed accounts for day trading futures on Thinkorswim. Well, you can't, unless you're like day trading cryptos, like take a deep breath. You know, I trade everything. I day traded Amazon stock today. I trade everything. So we see here a couple of things. This was a short on the triple confirmation. This is the 15-minute bar combined with the 30, the 60, and the 120. That gave me a short. And this is a volume strength indicator with moving averages. And this was monster winners here. That's 7 winners here. So I do day trade futures, as you can see here. This is my other trading account. And let me go in here. activity account statement, right? Okay, as you can see here, I've made money almost everything this year, trading equity options and stock, but I did lose $600 shorting Bitcoin futures on a triple confirmation. So right here, guys, I actually think in the short term, like we see this buying pressure, and this is the 15-minute bar. I think that we're gonna actually move lower as opposed to higher. Yes, we're in a clear bull channel on the 15-minute bar, but this looks a little heavy here at the 12,000 level. I would definitely bet if 1,000 up or 1,000 down, or say 1,500 up or 1,500 down, I think we go down. I don't think yesterday's sell-off's over. A lot of times we get these sell-offs, right? And then we just immediately bounce back. But I just don't believe it this time. I really don't think that we're gonna bounce back here anytime in the short term. So short term bearish here, but with that bearish, I will be looking to put money at work. So if we can get a sell-off here, maybe of about $2,000 in Bitcoin, I will be looking to add. And I'll show you another thing that I'm still waiting on this one. So like, if you think there's gonna be a sell-off, guys, my advice, can I not give advice, would be to put money to work. Okay. So right here, I have, and I just got some money in my account. This money is being transferred. See if you see the date of it. Can't show you the date, but I have money that I'm transferring to Coinbase, another 9,000. So I have 8,000 in GDAX ready to fire, and then I have money in Coinbase as well. They'll be ready to go when we see a sell-off. Because what we saw, and this is the last point I want to kind of make, and let me just pull up a whiteboard, okay? So like, okay, so let's say I started with, for argument's sake, I started with $45,000, okay? And my profit and loss is, what was it, 68,000. So at risk, okay? So what do you guys gotta understand? So like, when you buy something, as we talked about it, if you buy it at $10 and you buy 10 of them, okay? So that's $100. If it goes to $8, okay, you just lost $200, but you only have $800 of risk left. So as you lose money, your profit's going down, but the money at risk is actually going down as well. So when I started with about 45,000, and my P&L is 68,000, my money at risk right now, okay? Money at risk is different than how much I can lose that I started with, okay? So you gotta think of that P&L as actual real money. If I wanted to liquidate everything today, right this second, I would have $133,000, okay? So I started with 45, 68,000, but I have at risk. If everything goes to zero, okay? If everything goes to zero, I would lose all this money. Out of pocket, I would only lose this money because that's all I started with. But actually, I have $133,000 at risk. So what you guys got to understand, as you're making money, okay, your risk is actually going up. Does that make sense to everybody? Because you're actually getting these profit and losses that are making you move higher, okay? So when it goes down, you have less at risk. So it's something to just kind of understand. So like in Agoras, for example, I bought it at like 304, and I bought, let's call it $15,000 worth, okay? We'll make it, for argument's sake, we'll round these numbers up. We'll say $3. So that's about 5,000 Agoras. At $2 and, let's say call it $2, okay? I lost $5,000, but now, is that 113? Yeah, 113, sorry. But now, I only have $10,000 of risk. So this is like what you guys got to understand. As you make money, you have more risk. As you lose money, you have less risk, unless you ever profit and take your money out. Okay. So that is it for me. I'm gonna have to move Mark as to a presenter. I do not see Mark in here. Mark, are you in the open house? Mark, are you in the open house? I'll send him a message. What's your attendee name? I don't see you. So if you're a member, guys, I will send you that crypto portfolio spreadsheet as well. You can take over the trading room and just let me know your name on the open house and I'll update you. I don't... I see you in the paid room. That's good. That's more important. Okay, I see Jonathan in here. I just need to see... Mark, I need you in the other room. And you can take over the both rooms now. I'm gonna talk to the trading room here, the open house, but take over the live room, the paid room right now. But if you can go in the other room, I do not see Mark Solomon in here, so maybe I'll see you here in a minute. But if you can go
testing. Anybody hear me in the chat room?
What's up?
Anybody? Don? Yes. Okay, so is there another room going on today that I'm unaware of?
To go to webinar open house.